Oh, you jumping in?
Boom. I got a question for you.
Yeah, there's questions.
What's your view on this whole, you heard about carnivore diets?
Woo! Carnivore diet.
Have you looked into it? Because I'm not going to lie, I've been analysing it recently, bro. Like, because, you know...
And what's it saying?
There is a logic behind it now.
There's science behind it though.
Yeah, there's science behind it. This is what I mean. There's 100% there's science behind it. It's a funny one, like the access, the utilization that you can get out of animal products. It's not as simple as you can't get the nutrients out of the animal products like we do. Most of us think I to live in that, like we think of it that is the best way to get the nutrition that you need, right? Yeah, but there are some benefits to the carnivore diet. This is what I've understood, yeah. And in essence, the carnivore diet is an elimination diet. An elimination diet, you was talking about it earlier. An elimination diet is when you eliminate certain types of foods. Yeah, from the diet. Exactly, because they might have an irritation. So carnivore diet, for those that, because you've heard there's people that do it and they say they get benefits. Yeah. You've heard there's people that do it and they get benefits. Have you looked into it?
No, not really. I just know
how many people that have health problems. Yeah. And they fix it by going pure animal.
Wow.
Yeah, so they'll wake up.
Have you heard of that science there? I know carnivore's been meaty, isn't it? But
yeah, and now it's very popular nowadays, but now don't get me wrong. There's a
I'll get to another. What they eat meat?
Not just meat, just animal products. Literally, they'll have butter. It's their food. Their breakfast is just butter, like a stick of butter. Like you see, like 2 ounces of butter. Man will just eat butter. Like the logic is living off of fats rather than carbs. Now there is a logic that says carbs is good, but it creates insulin in it. And insulin resistance is a problem that many people suffer from. See, the problem is, this is why the carnivore diet is good.
Okay, carbs.
We are eating too much carbs. Generally, as a people, not me particularly, not you necessarily, yeah, but people that, you know, general, the normal diet is too carb efficient, so it makes you insulin resistant. Okay. So this is where the diabetes and all these things come in. So many people's cure to this problem is to just cut out carbs and basically get their fuel from proteins and fats.
Okay.
Yeah, and animal diet is the best way to get your proteins, arguably. And anyway, what I'm saying is people live like this and they do experience benefits. So me being a plant-based person, I fully believe that that's what humans are supposed to be. I had to understand, why is it people, not only are people doing this, but they are getting benefits from it. You have to look into it, bro. Really study it. There's bare people on YouTube. Study it.
I definitely need to see what the what side of the field that they're talking about when it comes to the health thing.
No, there are people that are definitely. Have you heard of Jordan Peterson? He's like a famous guy that does podcasts and that. So he's one of these people that he had health issues and he had to go to the carnivore diet to fix them. And
is there any examples you can bring up?
Jordan Peterson is one.
No, I'm saying the examples of the illness, yeah. That
it's autoimmune diseases. It's autoimmune diseases, you know. People, their immunity is just getting fucked up. They have bowel issues, and you know, autoimmune diseases. They can have many different types of manifestations. So there's many types of symptoms.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's all to do with autoimmune diseases. Because the problem with some people, again, they've overdone it with the carbs. Yeah, even diabetes is an autoimmune disease to a degree. Their immune system is fucked up via their diet.
Diabetes, for the glucose.
Insulin resistance, yeah.
And carbs, you're trying to say the high carb diet causes.
Yeah, because we keep spiking.
A specific starch or carbohydrate you're eating.
No,
but there's a few different. There's saturated, isn't it?
No, it's anything makes you. Because the problem is the insulin. The problem is the insulin, and consistently overly spiking your insulin. Yeah. By having glucose, too much carbs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now the problem with the insulin the insulin leads to fat storage. So this is what we're talking about. The modern problem that people have is, you know, this it's extra fat and the complications that come from a bad diet, which is just another way of saying eating too much of this stuff, carbs, sugars.
Yes, nice.
Oh, the foods are came. Oh, well. Of course, yeah. Go on.
Yep.
So, bruv, look into it because we need to talk about that because I'm one of those, but it got to the point, yeah.
Recording the camera.
It got to the point, yeah. I was like, I might incorporate some animal products back in my diet. That's how much I was getting convinced by the arguments. To this day, I just don't know what. I don't actually want no animal
but you know,
products.
with the argument, them saying that it's beneficial in what ways? Like that's the thing. Is like when we talk about plant life now, and knowing the facts of the carcinogenic processes that we know that it's in meat. Have they bypassed those issues or those subjects? And
the argument is given that the problem is the kinds of meat they're getting. So these, these chickens that are just shit, like they're
GMOs
shit,
and made away.
all this. But they're arguing that that's what's cancerous, processed meat. And all these meat that are heavily drugged up,
So they haven't took you into the bio understanding of those the bio understanding of how these because you know what, with meat, all types of meat, blessings, 100. So they obviously come with a compound of nutrients that the reason why we eat them for. We eat the flesh, not because it's flesh, it's because of the biochemistry behind it. But the thing is, when you understand the biochemistry within flesh, we know that for example, the amino acids. The structure of it is going to be a little bit different than plant life. So what I'm trying to say is, when you listen to people say that talk about nutrition, have they broke it down in a bio?
So the animal products, they argue, have all the essential amino acids.
They got 9.
So they got all the essential amino acids. So all the amino acids you can't make yourself, they have them in like eggs. Has them all. So this is one of the arguments.
Okay.
And second, the proteins that are in plant foods, they say that these, even though you can find them in plant foods, they say it's more bioavailable in meat products.
The whole 9 is. The
whole nine of them. So even if you do find plant products with this stuff, it's not as bioavailable, so you can't utilize as much of it. So you're better off eating the animal product, because you not only do they have all 9 essential amino acids, but the amino acids are more bioavailable to you. So your digestion
I don't think with amino acids would be available to you. I don't think the argument that because it's in flesh form, it's more available for you.
No, that is the argument. That's one of the arguments.
But they have to show
no, they have.
Amino acids are going to be the same regardless whether it's in the plant life or in meat form.
No, this is the argument. This is what I'm saying. So there's science that shows it. It's not the science that shows it.
No, fair enough. But what I'm saying is, that's just someone, or you, for example, they have to show that. You know
that's
what I mean?
What I'm saying. They're saying they've shown that.
I haven't seen that. Because amino acids, amino acids regardless. It ain't gonna be a different type.
No,
methionine it's an amino acid. There ain't no different types of methionine. So methionine, if you get but there's amount of methionine that is found in plant life and in flesh. And I know that for a fact. With methionine specifically, the sulfur-containing amino acid, its high content is in meat. And that's been scientifically proven. A food source with high methionine in your dietary keeps cancer cells alive. That's been scientifically and documented. So it ain't like it's a different type of methionine. It's the same methionine, but it's the content of methionine. So with meat form, it might produce a high content of a certain amino acid that causes detrimental in your body system. So I don't think there's a different type of methionine or different type of glutamine or different type of.
It's not the different types. It's bioavailability. You know the term bioavailability.
I know that.
So they're saying that it's been demonstrated, scientifically speaking, they are more bioavailable. The way that your body will process it means
it might be different.
You cannot get as much of. It's there. The same one is there in both the plant and the animal, but in the plant you won't utilize as much as you will in the animal.
Well,
so it's not even just the amount. So
I haven't heard that in amino acids. I never heard that I heard that with things with iron. No, but the thing is, I thought that's what I was going to say. You have certain elements and nutrients that has a byproduct. With amino acids, unless there's a byproduct of methionine or or glutamine or cysteine or you know what I'm saying? What else is the other? Cysteine, homocysteines. There's many types of amino acids. There's quite loads, yeah, essential and non-essential. But what should I say? Unless there's two different types of methionine,
no, it's not about there being different types.
They should be going through the same
bioavailability
process.
is a thing. It's coming in a certain package.
No,
so
but
even though it's
the
the
point.
same nutrient,
No,
no, you're saying that maybe there's no different. I'm not saying they're different types. I'm saying they're the same type. So you can have the same amino acid, but because of the structure, i.e., whether it's a plant or it's an animal product, because of the structure of this organism that you're getting this from, the bioavailability of the same thing is different. The way you digest it and the way you utilize it. This is what they're arguing.
You would definitely have to show me that when it comes containing with amino acids. I know for a fact things like iron, because there are two different types of iron that you can get. There's even two different types of vitamin D, D3, because in plant life you get D2.
They're not different types of D3, it's just vitamin D and the different
types of D, yeah?
D2.
But it's D3, that's what I'm trying to say to you. With those processes, it goes through a longer structure of your body metabolizing it, which we are talking about, bioavailable.
No, but that is actually different types of
but that's what I'm saying. You can see the different types.
And I'm not saying different types of nutrients.
Amino acids, they
are
go
more
through
bioavailable in one thing than in another thing. They're more bioavailable. That's a normal thing. Some things are more bioavailable in one form than they are in another form. It's just.
Nah, that's what I'm trying to say. You definitely have to show. You'll have to show that. You have to show that because we know through the digestive system, everything gets breaking down. The same enzymes breaks it down. The same nutrients go through the same route, which is the blood circulation to get to the area where your cells can utilize. So it's more than someone just saying that.
He's not just saying it. He's not saying it. It's science. This is what I'm saying. This is the science on it. And this guy, Dr. Steen Ekberg, he's like an ex-Olympian. Yeah, you can check out his page, and he's got many posts about it. Like he explains this. He's an Olympian, ex-Olympian, and he does dietary, right? And he breaks down the science on all of these things. So he uses the science to explain why.
I can't really have a disposition of something that I need to see for myself.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying.
I haven't seen it in my studies where there's different types of when it comes to amino acids. I understand that certain nutrients has different sources and different types. You know, but I don't think because it's recording still. But yeah, so I ain't seen it in my amino acids, but we know that because that means it's just a certain route that it goes around for it to be utilized by the cells. That's what bioavailable means. It doesn't mean that your body can't absorb it. It's just that it has to go through a certain route, a translation period for your cell to utilize.
Yeah, and so bioavailability is the amount that you can utilize of the nutrients that are there. So this might have 30 grams of protein and this might have 15 grams of protein. But the one that has 30 grams of protein has low bioavailability score, which means you can only utilize 5 grams of protein out of it, even though there's 30 grams of protein. And the one that's 15 grams has more bioavailability, and therefore you can use 10 grams of that protein. So even though this one has 15,
you know what
even though you have bioavailability, that's what I'm explaining now. Bioavailability describes the amount of the nutrient that your body can utilize coming from that source of food. So you can have two sources of food, one with 30 grams of protein and one with 15 grams of protein. But if the one with 15 grams of protein has more bioavailability for your digestion, then you might get 10 grams of that 15 and piss away 5.
Yeah, but you have to
whereas your bioavailability is less. In the other one, even though it's got 30 grams of protein, you're only going to get 5 grams of protein out of it.
That's just like saying weight gain, casein, and compared to plant life protein, that you'll put the same amount of protein, and then you're trying to say that the veganism will get half of that amount because it's...
That's literally the argument. The argument is the chickpeas. They say you eat 30 grams worth of protein out of chickpeas and you eat 30 grams of protein out of the chicken. Yeah,
then you will
there's more bioavailability of the protein out of it. Not even chicken. They say the most bioavailable is eggs. Eggs is the most bioavailable. Okay, eggs has been shown to be the most bioavailable, protein-wise, the most bioavailable. This is why everyone always does eggs. Now the
Okay.
people that do, they don't really know why. Yeah, they don't know why they do it. Why? Because they ain't looked at the science. They just heard that's what you do, yeah. But the science behind that whole direction is the eggs are the most bioavailable. They're even more bioavailable.
Yeah, see,
the protein is more
understanding.
bioavailable than the chicken. It's more bioavailable than steak. And the argument is quite simple. 30 grams of protein out in an egg or 30 grams of protein in chickpeas, you're going to get more of the protein out of the egg. That is the argument.
Yeah, I'll have to see
Plain and
that
simple.
argument. No, but it's not as plain and simple as you're saying though.
No, that's what I mean by
no, but breaking it
bioavailability.
down a little bit more, understanding why you would
Why
get.
that happens.
No, but I can tell you the reason why people get bulk up or use certain flesh protein to bulk up is because of the content of methionine. It's a specific amino acid that aids the growth of muscular structure. That's what I'm telling you.
No, I'm.
So wait,
that's
let
a
me finish.
different point.
No,
That's a
it's the
different
same point
No,
because
it's different.
not all amino acids aid to muscular. Do you know that?
No, but it's a different point because I'm
Right.
talking about the bioavailability
Yeah,
of the
but
same protein.
I'm trying to say.
I'm not talking about a different
no,
protein.
No, but I agree. That's why I said that you have to source up. I can't argue something. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't.
I'll take my one.
Yeah, I can't argue something unless you show me a structure and how it breaks down. You get where I'm coming from? So what I'm trying to say, you're telling me that you listen to scientists that are saying that. But when I do a biochemistry of how these elements and nutrients work, it doesn't show that in the bio books, bro. It doesn't show that.
But it doesn't show that there's more bioavailability.
It doesn't show that amino acids that enters into the bloodstream don't get utilized the same way that other amino acids does. They all get utilized the same way.
No, but again,
Let me finish.
you said just there that hits the bloodstream. I'm not talking
All
about it
amino.
once it hits to the bloodstream. I'm talking before it even gets to the bloodstream. Because again, bioavailability is about how much of that nutrient in the food actually gets to your bloodstream. That's the point.
No. That's incorrect. I'm trying to say, even that's incorrect.
How so?
Bioavailability. My understanding of bioavailability. I don't know if you can Google it. My understanding of bioavailability is what it takes for the cells to utilize its energy.
What it takes for the cells to
Yeah,
do
the
that.
time it takes for a cell to utilize its energy. So, like, for
No,
example,
that's not bioavailability.
Yeah, but that's my understanding. So you can pull it up if you
No,
want.
it's not.
Fair enough, yeah. What I'm saying is, like the heme and the non-heme iron, one's found in plant and one's found in meat. The non-heme iron is less available because it has to go through a translation period for your cell to utilize at the same method. That's a fact.
So look, yeah,
So
bioavailability, the proportion of a drug or other substance which enters the circulation,
Yeah.
when introduced to the body, and so is able to have an active effect.
Okay.
So I can eat 30 grams of protein, but
Yeah.
if only 5 grams of that protein enters my bloodstream, then I don't know what percentage, but only 5 grams was bioavailable.
Okay.
So if I eat something with 10 grams of protein, but 80% of it is bioavailable, then eating the 10 grams of protein out of that food means I'll get more protein than eating the 30 grams
Fair enough.
that only gives me 5 grams in my bloodstream.
Fair.
That's what bioavailability
Okay,
means.
that's fine.
How much of the food, how much of the nutrient you're talking about that you can actually utilize. Not how much have you ingested, not how much is in the food, how much of it you can utilize.
Okay.
Doesn't matter how long it takes, how much of it you can
Could you
utilize.
Google what you were saying though about?
Yeah, no, like
I just want to know. I just want to see because you know what it is, yeah. No, I don't want you to listen. I don't want to listen. I just want to see a scientific method of how they come to that conclusion. That's the thing. But I know how the digestive system works, bro. I know how the braking system works. It's a little bit confusing. It's like saying, yeah, having a pea protein shake and a casein and weight shake, and then if I take a spoonful, put it in a drink and drink it, and take a spoonful of the other, put it in and drink it, with the pea protein, I'm only gonna get half of the protein, and the weight protein, somehow I'm gonna get all of it. So I don't understand that science there. So I need some. That's all I'm asking, because a lot of people will say that, but I need to see a scientific method, man. Amino acids is quite simple. We know how long it takes to get into the bloodstream. I know there's a process of how long it takes. Through meat, it can take up to about 2 hours. No, that's in protein in general, but it can take 2 to 4 hours if it's meat. You know?
What's whey made out of?
whey made of casein, anything to do with meat protein.
Right.
Weight and casein.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, just a simple Google search here. What is the most bioavailable protein food? Whey protein.
No,
The
but
science is very clear on that.
I'm not, bruv, do the comparison. At least have both sides of the fields, bro.
No, this is like what you're saying, yeah?
No,
Just
I'm not
what is
saying that, brother.
scientifically more bioavailable,
Yeah, but that's not a
protein-wise.
scientific method. You just googling what's my.
You want a scientific method to how they establish it?
Yeah, I want you to at least do a comparison. At least do a comparison of pea protein and whey protein.
Look, I'll just put just another one. This is from a research, I don't know when. Eggs are considered by nutritionists as the most bioavailable source of protein, which is why the biological value scale is based on egg protein. Eggs contain all 9 essential acids that cannot be synthesized by no. So that's what an essential amino acid is. And this is just a table.
I know essential, yeah.
This is just a table
expressing
that.
It's not.
But what I'm saying is,
it's not giving the answer of what we're looking for, though, isn't it?
I'm saying scientifically speaking, it's established. It's not like it's everyone knows bioavailability of protein. No, when I say everyone knows, I'm saying the science has demonstrated it. It's not debated in the context like no one is sure. I can Google it and I'll show you. The first thing it will tell you is that is the best one. What is the easiest protein to absorb? Egg whites are said to be the most easily digestible protein. You know, what foods are high in bioavailability?
See, I'm not trying to claim it for myself, man.
And look, and this is an accepted fact as well. Plant proteins are generally considered a lower quality. Yeah, with a less favorable amino acid profile. They are. That's just
favorable amino acids. They have different types. They have
a less favorable amino acid profile. What they're saying is a less favorable amino acid profile. So they're saying, less favorable meaning it's not as good. You shouldn't favor it as much because they don't have as many. That's what it means. A less favorable amino acid profile. So the profile is the characteristics, the list, the characteristics of amino acids that plants have, and they're saying it's a less favorable.
But we already know that they don't have the whole food.
No, but that's just what it's arguing. That's what it's arguing. It's a less favorable amino acid profile.
We already know that though.
And they're saying that the proteins are of general lower quality. i.e., you're not going to utilize as much.
You don't know that.
Because of the quality. No, that is what they're getting at. I know that because that's the science behind this statement.
Where is it? Where's science? Click onto it.
Okay, so this is the effect of animal versus plant protein on muscle mass, muscle strength, physical performance, sarcomia in adults, protocol for systematic background. The evidence base for the role of dietary protein in maintaining good health in older age, but the importance of protein sources remains unclear. Plant proteins are generally of lower quality with less favorable amino acid profile and reduced bioavailability. That is just a considered an accepted fact. Plant proteins. This is where everyone gets the whole we should eat meat for protein. This fact that has been known for a while. Yeah, it's possible that the therapeutic effects may be lesser than the higher quality animal products. The reviews aim to evaluate the effectiveness of plant and animal protein interventions.
One study supports
so look,
that
the method is a method for them to establish these facts. It's here. You was asking for a method. A robust search strategy was developed to include terms relating to dietary protein with a focus on protein sources, for example, dairy, meat, and soya. They were linked to terms related to muscle health, organ outcomes, and example mass, strength performance, and I don't know what that word is. 5 databases will be searched. Medline, Scope, these are the databases they use. Registered controlled trials, and there's a Web of Science. Studies include randomized controlled trials with an adult population, all up to and the age of 18, or older and up to the age of 18, living in the community of the residential homes of the older. So this is how they studied it. 2 independent reviews will assess eligibility of individual studies. The internal validity of included studies will be assessed using This is how they done it. The discussion was dietary guidelines were making a change toward a plant-based diet that is more sustainable health for the environment. However, reduction of animal-based foods may impact protein quality in their diet. High-quality protein is important for the maintenance of muscle health, and therefore we need to understand why replacement of animal proteins with plant proteins will make significant difference in the terms of the muscle health outcomes. Findings from the review were informative and substantial nutritional guidelines, particularly the older adults and for those following a vegan or vegetarian diet. So what I'm getting is that this is to explain how the study works. it told you the conclusions of the study, and then it told you the basis of the study. So it's telling you the method of how they got to these conclusions. It's telling you. It's saying you nothing. It's saying that this is how it does. It tells you the conclusion, then it tells you the methods they use. Then they talk about the general discussion, yeah, and then they give you the conclusions of the whole study. Look, it's all here. Look, protein digestibility corrected amino acid score for 12 protein sources, and it will tell you, look, milk. So basically, the lower you go, is the more plant it gets. This is again a bioavailability issue. It isn't the amount of protein. They're not giving more protein in the animal products and less, and that's why you're getting less. It's the same amount. It's just how much of it gets used. This is what I'm saying is an accepted, scientific, established fact about the bioavailability of protein. Now hear what I'm saying. It's not all about protein for me, because for me, what I don't believe that you need. Yes, you're going again.
The camera on still.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
Blessings, yeah.
No, love.
Yeah. Now I think you know what. With that conversation, we're just gonna go around.
No, but we're not going around. I'm just trying to show you that it's established science.
No, fair enough. Like I said, what I do, I need to go deep into what was going on, because there's a lot of agenda that's been put out there, and we need to understand that with the even up to the plant life that they're using, it's even then they're talking about some substance that we wouldn't use.
No, I use chickpeas. Look, you could just use chickpeas and milk. Just chickpeas and milk, chickpeas and beef.
Yeah, I'll just look into it, bro. I'll look into
chickpeas and beef and all these. The long and short of it is what I'm arguing. Yeah, you look into it later, but what I'm arguing, we don't have to really debate whether there's science there is, because I'm just showing some science. So there's a lot of scientists say this. But my thing about it, it's not about protein in and of itself, because I don't believe you need stupid amount of protein like they suggest you need anyway. And I think that the amount of protein that is in plants, as long as you're eating right, is all you need. This idea that you need more and more and more, that isn't really for us. And if I'm honest, if I'm really honest, my secret belief about this whole carnivore diet is that it's more like what Sebi says.
So what they're saying
the
is
carnivore diet
protein thing.
The carnivore diet suits some people more than others, and to be more straightforward, it kind of suits white people more than it suits others. Yeah, that's my personal belief. But at the same time, there are some benefits to it.
Is that what they're standing on for the protein case on plant on carnivores? Is that it's more bio?
This is just one aspect. This was the simplest aspect for me to make the explanation. There are other nutrients, and also consistently eating. First of all, they say fruits, as we know them today. Like a lot of plant-based people like me would have argued that we've always been on fruits. I might just take it. Sorry, I'll take it.
No, that's fine. No, I saved these for you too. You're okay.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, King? Veggie chicken patty.
So for me, no, what else are they saying? Oh yeah, they're saying first of all we eat fruits, like that's all natural. But the fruits we eat nowadays are not natural. Vast majority of them are not natural, right? It's too much sugar. They say humans didn't grow up eating all these fruits because this is their argument. The fruits didn't exist. You understand? Like the fruits didn't exist. The way they exist now, they didn't exist like melons. None of them existed in this shape, or the vast majority of them. And the way we eat them now, we could never have eaten them like that. So for that reason, we're having just too much sugar. And sugar leads to this insulin resistance. This constant intake of sugar. It leads to this insulin resistance. And we're better off getting fueled from fats. But good fats, which are, according to them, animal fats.
But it's saturated, unsaturated, and etc.
The natural animal fats in animals, like
trans fat and etc.
Not trans fat. Trans fat is
and unsaturated fat and saturated fat.
Yeah, but lard. I'm talking the animal fat.
Yeah.
Animal fat. Long and short of it.
Yeah.
Animal fat.
Saturated fat.
Yeah, but you can get saturated vegetable fat. Yeah, and unsaturated, but we're not talking, not animal fat.
Saturated vegetable fat.
You can get saturated vegetable, you get seed oil, sunflower unsaturated, you can get that. But they say all that shit's bad for you. All these vegetable oils are bad for you. Yeah, and that's kind of scientific fact as well. Vast majority of them. Sesame seed oil is the only one I use, but I'm sure if I look hard enough, one of these carnivore people will tell you that's probably not the best, and they will always argue.
But what about this?
Lard,
but what about the carcinogenic substance within it? So we're just gonna
of the meat.
Yeah.
Again, their argument is the carcinogenic aspect comes from the fake meat, the processed meat. It's not really natural meat. Isn't called. This is their argument.
Okay.
They say natural meats meats that were farmed healthily, like free-range chickens and that eat
But
healthy.
what about the amino
experience
acids
sun.
that I spoke about that keeps cancer cells alive? The methionine.
I don't know that there are specific arguments in methionine, but they say long and short of it, natural meats are not harmful.
So they're alkaline.
They're not alkaline, but they're just not harmful.
About acidic dietary, don't they attack the microbiome?
Some fruits are acidic, but it's still good.
No, but they turn alkaline.
Yeah.
It's
And this is the argument. This is probably they will say the same thing. The problem they're saying with meat isn't meat. It's processed meat. It's fake meat.
No,
it's
but
meat.
what I'm trying to say, does meat.
These are the carcinogenic.
No, but is meat attacks the microbiome?
No,
That's the
their
question.
argument
It doesn't.
No. That's what I'm
Yeah, but
saying.
is that what they're saying?
Their argument
Or you
isn't
the
bad
same?
for your gut. Again, remember how I started this whole conversation? It's an exclusionary diet. Hey, this is bang still.
Yeah?
It's bang still.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's an exclusionary diet. What is the purpose of an exclusionary diet? To take away things that are irritating you. And literally, there are people who will testimony that I used to eat like normal. I've even tried vegan. I tried to
But
do things. My shit wasn't right when we finished. Then they've gone to fully carnivore. They eat butter, just butter, eggs for lunch, and then they'll just eat chicken and cheese at night.
Yeah, but
and they do that for time, and then their issues clear up. Their gut becomes to work better.
Fair
All
enough.
of these type of things. So what I'm saying is, I think it suits some people more than others. I cannot deny that people.
Yeah, but why would it not be in the census of like big organized like cancer research and etc.?
What do you mean? Why would what?
Red meat is known in cancer research, and a lot of main organizations asking the meat not to eat. They ain't saying processed meat is in there, but other meats are clearly in there.
When they say red meat, what they're usually referring to is the cholesterol. The argument being that is the reason people get heart disease. But that isn't really a flimsy argument. The argument that fundamentally is cancer carcinogenic and is something I would kind of stand by, but that's not what they say in these papers. In these papers, they're really talking about the cholesterol. That's the problem they say with red meat. That's what they really get at.
No, because remember, red meat has the iron that is carcinogenic. So as I'm trying to say, you know what it is, yeah? When we generalize and we just make everything basic,
that's what you're
there's
doing.
a lot. I'm not making it
I'm
basic.
saying
You are.
fundamentally
You're
what they
saying,
say
yeah, but
about red meat is this is the key issue. All these agents.
no, but it's not, because you're not breaking down the whole factor. Like I said,
factor?
the factor is methionine, the amino acid that is high in meats. You haven't dissect that factor. You didn't dissect the heme iron in there. That's carcinogenic. And then you never, yeah. So
I'm iron and female, and these two are carcinogenic.
What?
And these are in no plants, and that's
heme
what,
iron.
and that's the thing.
Heme iron is in meat. That's carcinogenic. Substance that causes cancer in your cells. Yeah. Methionine. High content of methionine, which is the amino acid that's known to build protein.
Can you
yeah?
Google these things?
Yeah, of course you can.
No,
Of course
could you do it
Yeah,
now?
I'll do it right now. So like the thing is, when you generalize stuff and don't go into specifics,
I didn't generalize that. What
did.
you said,
Oh,
they told
the
you
whole
not to eat red
conversation,
meat.
the
You
whole
said,
but the whole conversation is just a generalized term.
It's not. I'm showing you the
You
science.
mentioned-
It's
no,
a
but it's so
specific
general.
logic.
No,
and
it's
I'm
so-
telling
no,
you,
it-
bioavailability is a
Listen,
specific
let
thing.
me-
That's
let
not
me-
general.
let me just tell you
I'm
something.
showing you that the
No,
protein is
I
not
know what you
bioavailable.
showed
That's
me.
specific.
I know.
That's not general.
I know what you. No, it's still general because
It's not. It's specific. I'm telling you, the protein is not bioavailable.
Let me just show you
How's
what.
that-
Let me
how's
show
that
you.
general?
Let me show you. Let me just show you. Let me just give you a diagram of exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But how is what I said about protein?
It's general.
How?
Because you're just throwing terms at like not bioavailability, and then Google the word.
I'm not. I was telling you what I know about this term,
But
and
what
you
I'm trying
wanted
to say,
me to
you
Google it. You
haven't-
asked me to Google it.
No, I know that, but I wanted you look. When I'm talking about breaking it down in micronutrient and work how the system works, there's a circuit that nutrients go by, yeah? Circuit that the cells pick them up, how it goes through the villi picks up is a circuit, and even up to the utilization of amino acids, because it's not a protein once it gets into the bloodstream. Yeah, you know that. Yeah. So this is singular amino acids with the pepsins break down into singular micronutrients before it enters into the bloodstream. I want you to show me how the cells are not picking up these
Why it's less
nutrients.
bioavailable?
Maybe not even that.
Is that what you mean?
No,
you
maybe
want me
not.
to show you why it's less bioavailable?
Maybe not even that. Well, you can show me for one.
So
Because it shows. You can. Yeah, no. I want you to show me because I want you to. It shows me how much of a depth that your research has been. Reading articles is not good enough for me, bro. You can't just show me an article because I can show you many ways that article wouldn't even put out on the article. They haven't broke down methionine, which is holds cancer cells
We
alive.
didn't Google that. We
No,
Googled
but I can show you-
bioavailability of protein.
No, but this is the issues I have with me.
Okay. Not the
That's my-
bioavailability of protein. So this wasn't
No,
a
wait.
general thing. This was a specific thing.
No,
I
but what
thought
I'm
in
trying to say,
principle,
but
what I was trying to
say
say
is, yeah, with the viability of certain amino acids in meat, yeah. Therefore, for me to see how that works and what what amino acids that is available, it's a scientific method of working out how much you want available for your body to utilize in general. You get it? Because if your body is consuming a high quantity of sulfur-containing amino acids into your dietary, you don't want that in your dietary anyway. Do you get it?
So this
Do you
this
get it?
statement
No,
that
but
I'm,
do you
no,
get
I
it?
get what you're saying, but
So-
here's what
so-
I'm saying.
so-
Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So let's go
What
to
I'm
methionine.
describing there about protein isn't some. It's the bioavailability.
Yeah,
It's the
I know.
bioavailability of all the protein
In general.
In general.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's
fair
a simple
enough. Like I said.
principle. So what are you saying is general about that? I'm saying a very specific thing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. Specifically, is general.
No, that's the opposite thing. General and specific are opposites.
All right, I might have worded it wrong. Being general is basically just Googling something and something just popped up. Scientific method is showing me how they work at the system.
Showing you how they work out. So
Testing,
this exact thing here,
testing.
they tell you how they
Brother,
they
you
tell
just show
you
me
their
a diagram.
conclusions.
You show me a diagram.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna test
no,
it.
that's
So
just a
let me
diagram.
show
No,
you,
wait,
let me show you,
no,
let me show you
no,
something,
wait,
though.
look. You can get that up at the same time, but look, this is just a diagram, but this is an explanation of the whole study. That's an explanation of the whole study. When you read these articles, what they do is they tell you their method, they tell you the discussion, then they show you their findings, and then they explain the whole process. So I could read this whole thing to you.
Methionine cancer. So, no,
But
I'm
what I'm
hearing that
saying to you is it's a fundamentally accepted scientific fact. This is why I'm not trying to explain to you why, because it's just some. I was just showing you that's just one aspect of it. I was just trying to explain to you.
No, but
one
I accept
simple
that.
aspect of it.
I understand clearly what you're saying, yeah. So the methionine restriction and cancer biology, yeah.
Go on.
Methionine restriction and cancer biology. So the essential amino acid methionine is important for cancer cells growth and metabolism.
But,
Yeah,
it's
come on.
but it's an essential amino acid.
Yeah.
You need to add it to your diet.
No, but in the beginning, if you heard me, I said
If you have too much of it, then it's bad for you.
There's
So if
content.
it's too much of it, then it's bad for you, but you need it.
Yeah, but your body can actually go through a methylation career as well, yeah? If you have one or two of the other amino acids, yeah? It's called
Isn't
methylation.
an essential protein, isn't that what you have to eat?
But you can have one and the other to create a third. It's called methylation.
Yeah?
Yeah. I can show you. You want me to show you that off?
No,
I'll
no,
show you
just
that.
stay there. What
So-
are you going to show me there?
Alright. It's good. It goes through a translation. And then so that's being specific on a specific amino acid that I'm
No, so
specifically
what you're saying is that amino acid, that essential amino acid, if there's too much of it, is bad. That's
it
what you're
keeps
saying.
cancer cells alive, yeah.
If it is too much of
Yeah.
it, but you need it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's so having it in meat isn't. It's cancerous
Wait,
if there's too
wait,
much of
now
it.
you're trying to say having it in me and it being bioavailable and having it in a high content in me.
Having it in high
No,
so too
meat,
much of it is
meat,
bad.
No, it's not too much like you can pick and choose, bro. When you eat a chicken leg, it will raise the myelin level.
Well, you need some of it though. Well, you need some of it.
But
innit?
it's available in plant life.
Yeah,
You get
I,
it,
so,
you
but
get
that,
it.
so that's like saying the plant life's carcinogenic. What I'm getting at is
Lord,
you're
have
arguing
I never
that
said
something
that.
you need to
I
eat
never said that
is
methionine
carcinogenic.
No, I never said methionine is carcinogenic, bro.
That's what you were saying. What
I
were
said
you saying about
the
it?
meat. I said meat is carcinogenic
Because of the
it's got
methionine
high
in it.
methionine. I said it clear. It's got high methionine. You don't listen, bro.
No. So
I said
when
the
you say
content.
high,
I
you
even
have
said
too
that the
much.
content. Yes, I said the content
have
of
too much.
methionine is high. It's way off the roof, even for having one leg. That's what I said to you.
Okay, so you didn't
Brother,
say that, but can I
I
say
didn't
that?
say that.
No, you didn't say that.
I said okay.
You didn't say that.
Okay.
So
I
then-
didn't say
so
the
you can
content
show
of
me how
methionine.
much,
All right.
how much of it is in the chicken
We can
leg,
do that,
and
we can
how
do
much
that.
of it you actually need.
No, we can do it. We can do that. In me. That's methionine content in me. I done this long time ago, bro. In me. Look, all right, cool. Another source, yeah. 10 foods that high in methionine. Are you ready? Are you ready to read? Methionine is an essential amino acid, normal from. Look, like I said, it grows metabolism and growth for help the build up process of fats. Yeah, look, like I said again, it's gonna hit you again. Yeah, because it should look. It's also necessary for production of chemicals such as homocysteine and taurine and sulfate. Yeah, methionine can also reduce cholesterol, prevent kidneys, vein stones, and
So it
etc.
has many benefits.
Brother, you know, see, I was just say when you don't listen, you swerve into a lane that I'm not talking about.
What are you talking about, bro?
You're
What do
trying
you
to
mean
say-
when I don't listen? What are you talking
I
about
said
now?
a high content meat, yeah.
Bruv, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just
No,
repeating
you-
what you just said, bruv. You're
no,
going somewhere else.
bro, you're trying to
you
say
just
that
said it has
your,
benefits.
Your argument is trying to say that I'm trying to say that methionine alone is carcinogenic, which is, I have not said that.
Okay, what you are saying is that too much of it is
Yes, I said
carcinogenic.
the
Fine,
content. Okay.
fine. And now
So
you're
now-
telling me it has some benefits.
Yeah, but
That's fine.
But amino acid has benefit. That's fair. We all know
Bruv,
that.
I'm
bro.
not talking about. I'm talking about
We all
methionine.
know
You're
that.
reading it
We all
out,
know
and I'm
that.
commenting. Yeah, it has benefits, and you're like, oh, see you. You go
Yeah,
around
but
the
you know
block.
what? No.
All I did
But
was say
a minute
it
ago
has
you did.
benefits.
A minute
Oh,
ago
no,
you
no, no.
did.
I'm not
A
about
minute
to
ago,
apply
no.
right now.
All right,
And then you
so
went
let
off
me
on
go.
one about
Yeah,
all
no.
you do is
So
go
now,
off on
so
one.
now,
What the
so
fuck,
now,
bro?
so now, 100 grams of methionine,
Right.
yeah, in Turkey, the highest, yeah, one of the highest, 100 grams, 931 milligrams, yeah. Beef, 905, and it goes up, yeah. Tuna,
122.
800 in, yeah, in tuna,
Yeah. So you see, look, the RDI
100.
recommended daily intake.
100, yeah, recommended daily in.
But it's only like 117. It's not
Listen,
like
no,
thousands of times.
wait. We're gonna go down to the, we're gonna go all the way down and see what the conclusion is. Okay. Where did they say that? Target, where did I think it's another source of this that pull out. Recommend daily methionine intake, yeah? So we know that. Let me just look into that. We do a cross reference. Yeah, this is all. If I even knew, I would have brought up the sources. So,
Are you saying that eating one chicken leg means you've eaten too much methionine?
yeah, that keeps cancer cell at bay. That's my
So
main.
I just saw here.
That's
Let
one
me see
factor.
that now. Go back to that same table you showed me.
Yeah.
Come in here, Jim, Fred. Come in here, Jim. The whole Zoom here.
Yep.
The whole Zoom here. I don't know if someone's missing a Zoom.
160 gram, one thing over, yeah.
So this is in Turkey. So 100 grams is 128 grams over. 28% more than you need. Is that the dangerous amount that you're talking about? Is that enough to be cancerous?
It keeps cancer system alive.
You need some though.
It keeps cancer cells alive. So
Yeah,
we
it's
go
not
back
like
to
you
the other
can ban
source.
it from your diet. You need
we
some.
go
No,
back to-
I'm asking about that percentage there.
What about percentage? No, we go back to the cancer. It will tell you. Let me go back to the source of keeping cancer cells alive. Finally,
What's up? You want the money?
cancer cells. Nah, this combo is not really look. The finding restrictions another way to carry this starving cancer cells. So look, there's another source that talks about restricting methionine is another strategy to selectively starve cancer cells, yeah? Since cancer cells are addicted to methionine, yeah? So they're addicted, yeah? Unlike normal cells. Normal cells don't need methionine to thrive. That's a scientific source, yeah? So any food that has high methionine, it's a dietary that you don't want. Because it keeps cancer.
It's not that.
It keeps cancer
It's
cells
not
alive.
that you don't.
Alright,
no,
cool.
the problem is just how much you take. That's all it is. It's not that simple. So you need methionine. We've already established that you need it, right? It's about how much of it. That's all it is. So having some isn't the problem. It's having too much. That's all. That's all you're showing me.
I already have to show you out because I ain't got it all right now. Yeah. So alright now, so now, alright, I showed you that. Breaking it down to a singular micronutrients now. So we're going to heme meat, yeah? Heme and non-heme.
Look at this. If you have a deficiency of methionine, you have problems with your psychomotor development and intelligence, a problem with your tremors.
Yeah, but that's what you're going to do. You're going to swerve away from the point.
No, I'm talking about you need it. So it's about how much you have.
You're saying, that's what I'm trying to say. I didn't say.
But that's just my point. That's just my point. No, but that's just my point.
You didn't know about that.
But that's my point.
No, but you didn't know about the amino acid, methionine.
I knew about essential proteins. I don't know the names of all 9 of them.
So
I don't need to. The point I'm making is that you need it. You need it.
But who knows? But I never made that amount. You're making a flawed argument.
Now,
I clearly stated.
You're saying eating meat means you're going to have too much automatically. I'm saying it's not.
I clearly stated all the factors, yeah, that are hazardous to the body. Yeah, this is what I said. I use methionine as one amino acid that when you get too much, you keep cancer cells alive. We already know that when eating meat, yeah, it takes us overboard. Yeah, our daily amount. Yeah, I never said that we don't need it. So let me carry on again. So we go into heme iron. Heme iron.
You got to chew it, don't chew it.
Carcinogen. But I had a video on it before, carcinogenic. You should look in that video, but I'll break down exactly what I was talking about, carcinogenic. I never said it, you don't need it. That is the argument that it's flawed. So I never made
my argument isn't that, you're just talking every time I talk, bro.
No, but you try to make it out, oh, you need it though, but I never made that argument.
So my point of that point is to say, it's about how much, that's it. So you can eat
but
meat.
I'm showing you
can eat meat.
It takes you overboard.
You're saying that, but you didn't give me the numbers. We just look. I asked you just now. You showed me. Wait, one second.
Over, yeah?
100 and, no, it's 28% over. So
yeah, that's
100% of your record and 28% of what I'm saying, is that enough to do the problem you're saying? Is that enough? And I asked you and you said, I'm gonna go and find some other source. So go ahead and do that. So we're trying to establish how much of this shit is too much. Now I've just Googled that, yeah? Toxicity of methionine in humans. Literally been searched to identify evidence relating to the possible toxicity of
toxicity can be anything, bro. You're googling the wrong thing, bro. Toxicity. What
I googled how much of it is too much. What do you want me to Google?
Look into the cancer, how we keep cancer cells alive.
So you want me to Google how much do you need to keep cancer cells alive? What do you want me to Google? I'm trying to find out how bad this shit is for you. So I've Googled how much of this shit is bad.
Toxicity.
Does that make sense? Is that a good question?
Carcinogenic, not toxicity.
So how much of it is carcinogenic? Is that what you want me to Google?
Okay, this source is here all day long. Heme iron from meat and risk of adenocarcinoma of the Staphylococcus and sonnet.
But the essential amino acid methionine is important for cancer cell growth and metabolism. A growing body of evidence indicates that methionine restriction inhibits cancer cell growth and may enhance the efficiency of chemotherapeutic agents. This review summarizes the. Are you hearing this?
I got the source, I read it. I got this source.
So, what? Okay, so you hear what it's saying though?
What?
So, you want me to read that again?
Yeah, the essential amino acid keep cancer cells alive, yeah?
No, that's not what it says.
It's important for the growth, for cancer cell growth and metabolism. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, and when you read more, because I read the source before.
Restriction inhibits. Listen, a growing body of evidence indicates that methionine restriction inhibits cancer cell growth and may enhance the efficacy. So this is after you've got cancer. No, this is after you got cancer.
Bro, listen to
No,
the
this is after you got
It's
cancer.
saying this amino acid is important for cancer
Cancer
cell
cell
growth and
growth.
metabolism.
So
Yeah?
cancer cell
Full stop
growth.
there.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
A growing body of evidence indicate that methionine restriction, so restriction methionine from the damage, inhibits the cancer cell growth. It stops it from growing.
And
And what?
May
and
enhance-
may enhance efficiency in chemotherapy.
Okay.
So encourage the chemotherapy.
because they've already got cancer.
Yeah.
So they've already got cancer, so the cancer's already there.
No, but remember, it's a full stop. So it's giving you different scenarios. So it stops there, saying that it's important for cancer cell growth. Evidence.
So even the cancer cell growth-
Then it started off that it indicates restriction and it helps the agents. Yeah.
So even-
this review summarized the efficacy and the mechanism of action of methionine restrictions on a hallmarks of cancer in vitro and in vitro. So they understand that through the restrictions can be beneficial when we're talking about killing cancer cells. That's what it's saying.
That already, like, you already have cancer. So
No,
what is
bruv.
in vitro? What is in vitro?
What?
What is in vitro?
No, it's in vitro.
What is in vitro?
Restriction on hallmarks.
Of cancer in vitro.
Cancer
What is in vitro?
Vitro and vitro. Well, I don't really know. Tell me. I will live. I'm saying. I would have thought it would have been in action. I don't know. What's vitro and vitro? You should have done me on my own source. No, right. I'm meaning, bro. In vitro tumor, you're talking about different types. But why ain't this about the meaning of vitro and But do you want to read the other source of human? Look, and it specifically talks about me. Cause cancer in the esophagus and stomach acid, yeah? So if you're telling me to eat meat,
So yeah, it's talking about cancer that already exists. In vitro means in the body. Cancer
Lord
that
have
is.
mercy, bro.
Bro,
The
you
first
just stop
sentence,
doing
the
that and
first-
listen. We're
the
talking,
first-
we're discussing.
No,
One
but
sec,
it's got a full
one
stop.
sec.
You're
We're
changing what
asking
it
about
says,
the
brother.
definition of a word, bro. And I've just found the definition. I'm
and
explaining
vitro,
it to you. So there's
vitro
no need
and
to
VO,
go.
and VO.
Yes.
No, but I thought you was reading the same source, man.
No, I was just defining that, and you're like, oh my word.
Yeah, because you should have debunked me on my own argument.
I'm asking you what a word means. You don't
Right.
know. I've defined it. And you're like, oh my god, blah, blah. Chill out, bro. Fuck it up. In vitro means cancer that's inside the body, and in vitro
let me-
means cancer that is in a petri dish.
Okay.
So basically, they're studying
Vitro,
cancer
because vitro
cells.
ain't just to do with vitro and VO. Meaning, this do that.
I just did that, and I just told you
Vitro
what
is a
it
study.
means.
No, wait, you didn't say what I'm saying now. Vitro is a study occurs in a controlled environment.
That's it. So
So
like
it's
in a
inside the
lab,
body,
in a petri
inside,
dish.
yeah.
In a petri dish.
Such as a test tube or petri dish. Okay. And
Yeah,
VO
I
is a
just
Latin
told you that.
within. So like it said, it's vitro and VO.
So a cancer
enough.
that
Fair
already
enough.
exists in the body, or a cancer that actually exists, they've taken a sample of the cancer outside of somebody and they put it in a
They
petri
refer
dish.
into tests. Yeah, this is all testing.
So again, it's when the cancer already exists.
Brother, it's got a full
So
stop on the first sentence that you keep on bypassing. It's got a full stop on the sentence that
you're
keep
saying
on
that full
bypassing.
stop means.
And let's
What are you
do
saying
more.
that full stop means?
Because you're dismissing that.
What are you saying that full stop means?
What is cancer cells is abnormal cells, right? Or wrong? Yeah. So methionine keeps them alive. It's not. That's what I've been saying, bro. It keeps them alive because when you read more into that source material, yeah, it will tell you that normal cells do not need it to survive. And if you read that source, it will tell you that.
But you need it. So how can normal cells not need it? You need it.
Amino acids, protein, yeah. What are protein used for in a cell? What is it used for?
Building.
It ain't just building, bro.
Many things, but everything's made out of protein. Talking about in that, your whole body's made out of proteins.
Yeah.
The essential proteins are ones
so
you
what
need
I'm
to
trying to say
digest.
is,
It's an
yeah,
essential protein because you need it.
normal cells doesn't need methionine to function, yeah.
But your body needs it. If
Cancer
your body's
cells,
made out of
cancer
cells.
cells need it to stay alive.
Bruv, you're saying that as if to say.
Read the article, bro.
You're saying that as if to say you do not need methionine. You need it.
Cells doesn't. I said.
So
I'm
what
being
what
specific.
needs it then?
Cells that doesn't.
So
need
what does need
to
it?
thrive.
And then
Cancer
finish.
cells need it.
This is an African
Cancer cells need
This
it.
is an African finish.
Cancer cells need it, bro, to thrive.
No, you need it for health. You need it. It's an essential amino acid for a reason. If you do not have it, you're gonna suffer.
But we're
You
talking
want to be
about,
unhealthy.
Chop it up today, man.
Yeah, bro.
we're
If you want it, we can do it.
bro, we're talking about.
Gossa, what do you
Hey,
match?
Hench, man, my brother. You know what? I got medium buttons, my brother. I got medium still, you know. If you want them.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it short or something, bro.
Bruv, what I'm saying
But
is
yeah,
so
yeah,
simple.
so-
Yeah, you're saying it like it has to be because it only is for the cancer
We're
cells,
talking
but
about
it's for your
cells.
own health.
No, but you're generalizing it again.
No, your body needs it. It's essential
generalizing it
protein,
again.
isn't it? Your body needs it.
Bro, I'm sourcing you with the reason why you should not eat meat.
You're
giving
saying
you-
because it has
I'm
this
breaking
stuff in it,
I'm
methionine.
breaking, I'm breaking it down to the micronutrients level for what cells utilize it for, yeah? What you have done today is told me the general senses.
That you need it.
Without, yeah,
And is
that's
that
what you've
true?
done.
Is that true?
When you break it down into the micronutrients, yeah, level, then you have to show
You
me.
move like a politician. Is it
You
true
have
that you
to-
need methionine?
No, bro.
No,
your
you
cells,
don't.
your cells, brother, methionine is essential. Yeah.
So that
body
means
needs
you need it.
Overall,
Okay.
to
So you
keep
need
cancer
it.
cells alive, it's needed. For normal cells to thrive and does its normal functions, it doesn't need it. Cancer cells of normal cells generate their energy of survival from utilizing methionine. That's why that scientific method is used in chemotherapy, because they know that if you restrict methionine levels in your dietary, it will starve and kill off cancer cells. That's what that scientific source is showing you.
But after they come out of cancer,
So let me-
after they come out of cancer, they will still need methionine. If the cancer
No,
goes into
you don't
remission,
stop methionine, like you said, and what I have
you
not
restrict
said.
it. No, I'm
You
talking about this
restrict
cancer.
it.
One sec. I'm talking
You
about it. One
restrict
sec.
it.
I'm talking about this
Yeah.
cancer treatment. So you got cancer, so you restrict your methionine so you don't feed the cancer cells. But as soon as you don't have cancer, you're gonna need methionine again.
Brother, you can survive
Because it
with
does
the-
more
you
than just feed cancer
brother,
cells.
brother, you can utilize, like I said, yeah, on that, even up to that plant life, the highest methionine content in food, yeah, it showed you meat sources, they were quite high, yeah, yeah. When you follow it down, you find plant size, plant sources, yeah, that are low. That can give you the right amount for your cells to utilize for it to be beneficial for your